Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial of Scale. In this one I will be showing you how to perform the analysis of 3AFC test. So yeah, we just click here in Analyze, we select our test, in this case 3AFC. It's a test that we created and I made also an example in the performing. So also in a tutorial, so yeah, we will press now confirm. And here, as you see, we can see the different results that we have obtained in this test. I made the test myself 5 times. And as you see here is the name of the results file. It's always the first 2 letters of the name, the first 2 letters of the surname, then a month, a year, and then also the time and the date, and also at the end the first 2 letters of the test, and then results. Yeah, so this would be basically the analyzing window. And now we can select some of the results. We can select one by one, like this. We can select all of them, take them all also. Here we have the different scenarios that we performed. In this case, the test had 3 scenarios. Then here we have the different options to analyze. Let me show you first with an example. So I will load one of the result sets first. We have now scenario 1 selected and the option steps. The option steps and averages, and in this case in the adaptive tests we have both options. Steps would be which will show the how we performed in every single scenario, and averages will show how we performed in all the scenarios. So I will just show you. We are in steps and now we select value. And yeah, those are the values that we obtained in our test. So in this case of ASC, I started the test, and the first run I chose correct. So it was the adaptation method was 1 up, 1 down. So we went 1 sample down. Then I also made correct until here that I make a false decision. Then the tendency changed, and I went 1 sample up, and then I made a correct decision down, and then I made a false decision. So that was the third reversal, and the test, the scenario ended. We have here the different scenarios. So we have scenario 1, scenario 2, and scenario 3. Yeah, we can add also, we have different options here when analyzing. We have the rand values obtained. Then we have also the option average. That is the average that we obtained, like that is the average that we obtained here, and the combined is both combined, so I will show you with combined. Here is appearing the rand values and the average obtained. We can make different average. We have different averaging options. We can select the options to average the last reversal. Then we can also make the last 2 reversals, the 3 reversals, 4, 5. In case we made, for example, only 3 reversals, when we select average the last 4 reversals, it will make also 3 and 5 the same. So we can see, yeah, now it doesn't change, but because it's quite similar here. So yeah, this would be the normally when you have such a normal a perfect performance of a test, it will not change in this case. Then we have other options, like we can check, we can have a grid, a vertical grid, an horizontal grid, and we can also here have the value of the sample in the sample vector. Like we had 10 samples in our sample vector. This was the one which was more different to the reference. sample number 10 in the samples vector here, and here would be the one that was more close. Then we can the different visualizations options. We have the sample value, like what the one we had, and we can also change it to sample name. Here is appearing the name of simply the name of the sample that was in this position. We can also move our graphic like this. Oops. We can make it smaller. We can make it bigger. We can also make it vertically smaller, or this would be a little bit like a zoom. Yeah, so let's go again to rand values. Now I'm analyzing now the result of one subject, of one test. I can take more, and they are appearing here also with a different color, like this. Yeah, also I can combine it. Yeah, that's also another option. And yeah, so this would be the options in the option visualizing option steps. And then I will show you now the averages. So let's take only one subject again. So we go here, averages. We select again value, because we want to see the value, and now we can select the scenarios to see. We select, for example, scenario 1. This is the average obtained by this subject in the scenario number 1. So the average value. We can change here also again which average do we want. We can see one scenario. We can see more scenarios at the same time. Like we have here scenario 1, scenario 2. You can watch it better like this. Yeah, so we make all scenarios, and here the visualizing options, we have single averages. So we are seeing the average of every subject in the scenario. Like I'll take now another subject, and we see here also the average from one subject, the other. Like we can also have a legend, so we know from which subject are the values represented. Yeah, and we can add more subjects, and we have more colors, and I will take the grid out so you can see it better. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the option. So we can see the single averages, and then we can see also the general averages. This is basically it averages all the results from all the subjects. So if I press here, we see this line, and it is like, yeah, for example, if a subject had an average from 8 and another from 4, and we had only 2 subjects, then the average would be here. We can change, no, and this is only for the averages for the single ones. So yeah, I will show you a combined. So this is a combination of every single average and all combined. Here in the legend we can see it. And then there's also the last option is the confidence interval. Yeah, now it's very, very big because we have 99%. And also I have to say that we have only 5 results, and I made them quite randomly. Like I was not performing correctly the test. For this reason, the results make actually no sense. But yeah, if you made a test and that makes sense, and so the confidence interval look like this. Yeah, you may have seen how look the confidence interval. So yeah, these are a little bit the options here. Or we can also select between scenario name and default. In this case, it's the same because I didn't change anything in the modify alias option. I will be explaining this modify alias in another tutorial. Like maybe it's not that useful, this option. So if you are if you are interested in watching it, you can watch. Yeah. So let me take again single averages or general. I will show you now how to export data. We will save it now. You can save it in a mat file. You can save it in a picture. Now we select combined. We will save first the picture. So we would be saving this. Yeah, but in this case, we would not have really data, only one image. If we want to have the data, then we have to select mat file, text file, Excel table. Normally, you would select a mat file because it's easier to analyze if you are using MATLAB. I will save it in text file and I will show you how it looks like. So we press text file. Now we have to give a name for our data. So we say tutorial and we just save it. Where? We will save it here in the desktop. So now it's saved. I will open it. With the editor, and these are the different informations like scenario 1, scenario 2, and scenario 3, because we have 3 scenarios selected, and then we have subject 1 value in scenario 1, it's here, subject 2 value in scenario 2, and so we have the different values, and then the average values, which are these ones. Oops. Sorry, here, again, here, which are according to this value here. Yeah. So this is how can you analyze a test. Normally, if everyone want to treat the data differently, so then normally the people, what they do is make a quick analyze, because you can see it here very fast how the result of the test, if they were correct, false, how it is going the test. Also when you have started performing a test but you have only made 5 subjects that instead of 20. But now normally you would save your data in mat file, in Excel table, and so, or doesn't matter how, but then you would work with your data yourself in the way you want. So this is just only like a help for the analyzing. So yeah, this would be all until this point. If you want to know more information about scale, just check other tutorials. There's also tutorials about analyzing other kind of tests. So thank you for watching, and bye bye.